Um, so as part of this project, Together in Music, you've been mentoring an early career musician who's based in Teesside. So for you, what does that role of mentor mean, and what have you learnt through the process of mentoring somebody?
Oh, well, it was really exciting for me when I took Becky on. She had finished her college career and was taking a year out before looking to what she was planning to do next. And for me at that moment, I was hardly doing anything to do with music. I'd been working for the ambulance service since the first week of lockdown, and the music seemed to get further and further away in my life. Yeah. Everybody's got their own COVID stories, haven't they? But for me, yeah, I wondered whether I'd ever get back to music at all, really. So for me, this was a stepping stone back to be in contact with a musician at the start of their career. And obviously it was all on Zoom. We didn't meet until your wonderful project put us together. Oh my goodness, the serendipity of that was brilliant, because when we started together, I had no work in that area coming up at all. So it was purely to find out about her and about what, and I felt my responsibility was to open up all of the different ways that you can work within the music sector, both with your instrument and, maybe with composing, and just encouraging, to look for performing opportunities, to maybe looking for local groups that you could do some music with, and so on and so forth. And that's how it started. And then your project came along. Oh my goodness, that was just perfect, because this was an area that she hadn't done at college. She had no experience of it at all. And so it was brilliant, because part of the thing that I then did was go through the Music in Mind principles and talk about why we use them and how we use them. So we did a couple of hours just talking about that and thinking about the elements of music, the real basic things that you have to go back to ground in when you're working in that sector. And she was a natural, an absolute natural, and it has changed the direction of her life. So for me, it was just an absolute privilege to be, there, to connect with her, and then to, as I say, to work alongside her was just a brilliant opportunity. And she's off and running now, all kinds of things happening in that sector.
And that's great to hear, because I think the challenge for young musicians, when you go through college, you do your training and you come out the other end, it's, how do you build a career and what opportunities are there? And it sounds like for her, the wealth of your experience, she's really benefited from some quite substantial training actually as part of that mentoring process. So what do you think for her she really gained from working alongside you and also Lynn through Together in Music?
Well, again, that was another bit of serendipity, because they're both clarinetists. So, so she got the actual examples of using a clarinet in a residential home setting as well. So that really helped too. Well, I know it's partly confidence of being, meeting something new, but being in a safe area while you're doing it, being supported and looked after while you're trying out and learning and watching. But it's also partly just who you are yourself, because that's what you're bringing to the table, isn't it? The music is what is how everybody plays a piece. It's different because of who they are. And she's just naturally an empathetic person. Is that the right word? Empathy. She shows a lot of empathy. She's and sympathy. She's a listener. She's ready to either sit back or to start moving forward. So she's got a lot of natural skills anyway. So I can't say that I've taught her too much from that point of view, but I think it's just presenting her with opportunities. I think that was the biggest thing, really.